What's up, my dudes? I'm LEGO Gun Builds, and this is a set review of the LEGO Star Wars MTT from 2007. While an older set, I thought this would be a good first set review, as I think that this is one of the greatest LEGO Star Wars sets ever made. First, I have some background information. The set number is 7662. It was released in 2007. It includes 1,330 pieces. It has 20 minifigs, 21 if you want to include the Droideka, which I don't have with me at the moment. The original price was $100, and if you want to get it newly boxed from Amazon, it is $700. The dimensions are 65 centimeters long, 38 centimeters wide, and 9.5 centimeters tall, or 26 inches long, 15 inches wide, and 3.7 inches tall. All of my set reviews are going to include 5 categories in which I will review them. The first category is design, the second category is playability, the third category is minifigs, fourth category is price, and the fifth category is my personal opinion. So for our first category of design, I'm just going to give you guys a quick run through of the whole set. So starting up in the front here, you got these disc pieces which can open up in that panel, and if we turn it to the side here, you can see these gears right here, and they don't work the best because the pieces are pretty old, but you can pull out the battle droid racks. Let's see if we can get a... Yeah, there we go. And one thing that I really like about these battle droid racks is that you don't have to like get in there and just try to take them all off one by one. You can just take off these entire racks, and we'll take a look at those battle droids in a moment, but you just got all these battle droids ready to unfold, ready to go. And there's the racks, not much to see there, so we'll just put that back in, close this up. Uh-oh. There we go. So, also in the front, we got these ball turret pieces, just for front cannons. And they actually come in these really cool sub-assemblies right here. I just think that's pretty cool. They look pretty cool. Let's put that back on. So, right where the gears are, right there, all that greebling, I just love that. That engine, I want to call it. It just looks so cool, and really it's not that complicated, but I just think it looks really cool personally. And above that we have this hatch that opens, and out we have a whole bunch of blasters, so we'll add those to the battle droids in just a second. And otherwise there's just empty space in there, so that's about that. And right here, we have this hatch, which sometimes breaks when I'm trying to get it out. There we go. Yeah, but this hatch helps you get into the cockpit of the whole thing. But you wouldn't have this problem because these pieces are pretty old. I mean, they're 13 years old, so what do you expect? And then, up at the top here, this hatch opens, and in there, there's the cockpit, and we will take this section out. You can actually do that. And here is this little pilot droid. We'll take a look at him, and there's this one section with just a seat, some grill pieces, levers, very simplistic controls, but I think it works. There's not much more you could ask for there. And so, moving back, you got a lot of nice just slopes on the side. I think it looks just really complete, nice, no gaps or anything. You know, just simple colors, gray and brown. And then, if you open up this hatch, you will find, let's move this guy out of the way, you will find another space back there, which it's the same on the other side. There's another door. And that leads to a little transport cart. So if we move to the back here, you can open this up, which I love the texturing on that. I think that looks really awesome. But if you open that up, out comes this little transport cart. And so I think this is pretty cool. You got a pilot battle droid in there, and you just lift that to get him in there. And there's no controls in it or anything, but that's fine. And you got this with a little radar dish and some blaster rifles, which you can take that off and put any one of these on. So like, you want to carry some battle droids on this cart? Go ahead. You want to carry some blasters on there? You can do that too. So there's a lot of these little module bits that you can just attach to this cart, which I really like. I mean, I feel like a lot of modern Lego sets just don't have that kind of inclusion anymore, and I think this is pretty cool. Another thing about the design is that this is the bottom right now. It's on its side, so the bottom, even the bottom looks complete. Like in a lot of Lego sets, there's always one or two angles where it just doesn't look good. I mean, sure, there's holes in here, but I mean, that's about it. It looks very complete, uniform with the color scheme, and these wheels that help it roll under here, if I set it down normally, I mean, you can't even see those. I don't even know how to show it, but you just can't see them. You just can't see them whatsoever, and I think that's really cool. So for the second category of playability, you'd be surprised, but this set does not include a single flick-fire missile of any kind. No armaments of any kind. It's basically just what I showed you right there. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I think most of the play is gonna come out of these battle droids. I mean, this is such a good army builder. For example, like, this is probably a third of my droid army right here, and it just comes in this one set. And I think, like, if you're a kid and just playing with this, you don't really care about having like a lot of action features or anything. Like, yeah, you can pull the racks out, you can move these and open all these hatches, but I think most of the value with playability is just with the figures. I think it's as simple as that. Well, and you know, you got the cart and all the module parts that you can put on it. So I think there's a lot of playability with that too. But I think that's about it, and I don't think the fact that there's no specific action features that have a missile or anything, I don't think that's a bad thing. Speaking of minifigures, here we have the 3 types of battle droids in this set. Here we got just the classic battle droid that we've been getting forever, since 1999, and there's 16 of these, including this one. Here on the right, we have 2 of these pilot battle droids. I like the blue. I don't know. I just think it's cool with the tan. But yeah, there's that one. And here in the middle, we have a security battle droid, which I think for the longest time they were just exclusive to this set, and there's 2 of these. So I think this is, for a set that's trying to be an army builder, I think this is a perfect selection of minifigures. And this set originally came with a Droideka, but I have no clue where mine is, so we'll just pretend that this guy, this Droideka, is the one that came with the set. But yeah, it really isn't. It was a different design, just exclusive to that one set as well, but I don't have it with me. That's a bit awkward, but yeah, that's about it, and I think that's a good minifig selection. Like I said, I think a lot of the play just comes from these figures, so I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's personally a good thing, so that's about that. Time to talk about money. So originally this set was $100 in 2007 money, so I mean, I think that's easily a great value for this set. I mean, what, 21 minifigures, 1,300 pieces. I think that is a great deal. And just the volume of stuff. I mean, this thing, it's not not that light. It's pretty bulky. It looks good. It feels good. It plays well. And you wouldn't have these problems with these hatches and stuff, because that's just because it's old pieces that I don't open all that often. But I think $100 is definitely a fair price for this. Now, 2020 money, however, $700, that's what Lego's selling it for on Amazon. And for a 13-year-old set of this size, I think that's pretty decent. I mean, I'm not just going to recommend that you pick up like several of these $700 sets to build an army or whatever. I definitely don't recommend that. But if you're into buying older Lego sets, or just really want something that just a very complete build that is worth a lot and has really good figures and functions within the set, I definitely suggest you buy this. I think the price in today's money, I mean, I think Lego is usually pretty accurate about their pricing most of the time, so I don't doubt that that's not a pretty fair price for what this would be. And I think that's all right. I think $700 is, it's crazy to buy something of this size for $700, but given how old it is, I think that's pretty fair. So for the final category of my personal opinion, I suggest you buy this. This is an awesome set, and while it's $700, I would probably just wait for them to remake this set. And if they were to remake this set, I would suggest that they just follow this design. This design is perfection. And if they were to do anything, I think they should just maybe update some of the pieces, some of the minifigs, and building techniques, but otherwise keep the design the same. Don't change any of the figures or anything. I think this is pretty much the perfect MTT. And I think this is probably one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets of all time. It's just so complete. The build is amazing. Anything you could ever want. And has a whole bunch of figures, which you can use for so many different things. I just think this is an amazing set. And I give it a 10 out of 10. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you liked what you just saw, hit the thumbs up. If you want to stay updated for new videos to come, please subscribe. And if you have any ideas for videos, don't be shy to comment. I am openly and welcome to constructive criticism, so please comment anything you have to say down below, and keep each other safe, and I will see you guys next time. This is LEGO Gun Builds, signing off.